Hi everybody, welcome back to The Addicted Bookworm, where my addiction is all over the internet. On this channel I do book hauls, book reviews of both digital and physical media, audiobooks, and so much more. So it is still Thursday, so I'm hoping to get this video done before midnight, because it would be really weird. But knowing me, it'll probably end up being available tomorrow and all that. So if it is, I let you know that I started this video at 11:24 at night. Oh my lord! So I hope all of you had a really wonderful Thursday. I am so dead tired, not just from shopping, because I'm not a shopping kind of girl, but just from the fact that I had to move around. I am not happy about that. All right, I've got a Barnes and Noble / Amazon haul. I had to buy a see-through clear backpack. I had to get that. That was absolutely a requirement. And hopefully one day you will find out why. So anyways, so I want to be clear on this. As much as I love it when Amazon delivers my stuff early in the morning, not when I've only had 4 hours of sleep. Please don't do that. That is so damn annoying. Alright, so I'm going to show you the stuff I got from Amazon, minus the see-through backpack, because, it's not really that special. Ugh. So, yeah, it's not really that special, so don't, Alright. Alright, so it's not all of them. I still have, I believe, like 2 more books coming in. I could be wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I didn't do it because I didn't feel like it. So, yeah. Alright. So, everyone knows I am on a huge, World War II historical fiction type of thing. I'm also on a horror fix as well. So before I begin, I want to say this, showing this off to you. I'm going to be doing 2 separate videos. So on this channel, you're going to get everything that I got from Amazon, and I went to Barnes & Noble and got. And on my horror channel, my subscribers will just get the horror books that I bought, including the digital books. Alright. So, the first one is from Madeline Martin, The Librarian Spy. Really nice. I could not get this from the library. And speaking of the libraries, a South Dakota library had to shut down because, guess what? They don't have no money. Yeah, lovely. But yeah, so got this one. Really, really beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Then I got The Boxcar Librarian by Brianna Lembuskis. Hope I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. I loved the Kindle edition that I borrowed from the library so much that, or maybe it was from Amazon, that I got it as a physical edition. So I'm very happy I owned the book. Alright, these are not in any kind of order. So I got Joanne Flunk, The Cherry Cheesecake Murder. I do not know what number this is. I will have to look it up on Amazon. Yeah. And then I got, from the same author, The Peach Cobbler Murder. This was made into a movie. So if you guys watch the movie, you pretty much know what happens in the book. Alright, so those are all of the stuff that I got in from Amazon for right now. So I told you guys yesterday that when I went to Barnes and Noble, I was going to pick up the Nook Glow Light 4 Plus. And before I begin, I want to say this: don't ever try to call up Barnes and Noble right when they open, because they're not going to answer their phone. They are not going to answer the phone. I was on the phone for 20 minutes with Barnes and Noble, and I never got a chance to talk to a salesperson. So what did I do to make them see that, hey, yeah, I want to buy it? I actually logged into my account and I put down that I wanted to pick it up at the store. What that did was it got their attention and they set it aside. So my Nook Glow Light 4, which is empty, by the way, because this is it. Now, I bought the case. I've got a case coming in tomorrow at the time this video is done, because of the fact that I liked it. It had kitties on it. Everyone who knows me knows I'm a big kitty fan. I love cats. So when I saw that they had a one with kitties on, I'm like, oh, I want that. So I'm going to put off decorating this case until I get the other one, and I'm going to see if it will work. If it doesn't fit, this will get decorated. So this is what the Nook looks like. Now this is an actual e-reader. Now this is not like my Lenovo where you can play games and all that jazz. This is an actual Nook, and everyone knows the Nook was the first e-reader I ever owned. Now the huge difference between the Nook and the Kindle is the Nook is very hard to turn on. You literally, it'll say put down for 4 seconds. Don't believe it. So we're going to hopefully this will. I mean, it works. So, gonna hold on for a second. I don't know who counts 4 seconds. Well, anyways, while I am waiting on my Nook to finally turn on, it does turn off quickly. So I went over to Barnes & Noble, and I was only going to buy 2 books. Oh, here we go. Okay, so, so I went to Barnes & Noble. I was only going to buy 2 books. I ended up leaving with, I think, about 10 books. Not including the digital ones that I would later on get. Okay, starting up. Alright, I'm going to have to... Alright, hold on a second. So, this is what I've got. Now, it says that I don't have the internet on there because I don't have it on. So we're going to actually, I want to, hold on. I cannot see shit. Yeah, it's like, alright. Alright, now you can see it. It's not like the Kindle that has my automatic brightness, but yeah, so this is my thing. I actually had to go on to Firehouse's internet to be able to upload my Onyx Storm. By the way, the book I like. So I went over to, Barnes & Noble, and I did not pick up my Nook right away. I actually spent some time looking around. So I'm going to show you some of the physical books I got, and to the back. I'm going to show you all the physical books I got and all that stuff. And then I've got one more bag. Alright. But I'm going to show this to you anyways. Okay, I bought Wobblies. The Wobblies. I have to have something to do on Sunday. Alright. So I picked up Dim Sums of All Fears by Vivian Chin. This is the second book in the Noodle House mystery. Then I got Tracy Coates' Craven Manor. Now, I was busy. I made a comment, because I generally do when I'm in bookstores. I generally make comments book related. Like, I wonder how scary Tracy Coates is, because, you know, I can read her books on Kindle Unlimited, but I don't want to read the books on Kindle Unlimited. I want to buy the license. So, yeah. So this is actually, from what it looks like that it is, hold on a second, just because I cannot see to save my life. Okay, it looks like it's number 4. Alright, so it's number 4. So I have no idea what this is about. I can't read it because of the, well, you know, the light. But, I've seen so much, like, I have been, like, inundated with Tracy Coates books. Like, oh, yeah, definitely check out Tracy Coates. I'm like, okay, I'm going to check out Tracy Coates. And I actually have the first book. So I went on to, Barnes & Noble, and I picked up The Haunting of Ashburn House, which I believe is supposed to be her first book. So I have no idea what that is even about, and that was $14.99. So I spent $14.99 for the digital edition of the book. Then I got The Sundown Motel by Simon St. James. They actually have a I think it's The Curse of something. But yeah, so when I went to buy this, the lady said this is like the fourth copy of this book that she sold today. So I was like, okay, great, cool. All right. All right. Not going to show you that because those are vitamins. Like, who wants to see my vitamins? Nobody wants to see my vitamins. So these were $1 a piece, which is a great, Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. And The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. So both of these books have been banned and challenged in, like, schools. I'm like weird. I want to say one thing though. There was a book I saw today. Yes, so it's still Thursday. Today that made me do a double take because I know why it was published, and I'm like, that's banned. I was shocked. It's called The Jungle. Upton something. So it was actually published in, I believe, 1903 or 1902. It was early 1900s. And for people that don't know about the early, like the late 1800s, early 1900s, there was a problem in America, and especially in New York. There were people that were dying of food poisoning. They were dying of basically what they were eating. So you would have an animal and the best cuts would go to the wealthy, and the bad cuts would go to the poor. And because there's no refrigeration, because of all this stuff, people were getting really sick and dying from food related illnesses. So The Jungle was published, as I said, in 1902 or 1903, and it exposed the shocking practices of the meat industry. Because of The Jungle, the Pure Food Safety Act and other things were passed. This enabled us to know the food that we were consuming was safe. What do they do? They ban it. I'm like, so you want to eat rotten food and die of diseases? Okay, fine. Hey, up to you. I ain't gonna make you care about your health. Yeah, I get pissed off with that. Like seriously. Oh, it has talks about immigrants. Yeah, sorry to say, but they were around. They were legal too. Yeah, we didn't have passports and passports, okay? I'm sorry, I get ticked off. Alright, I'm going to take off this little sticker because I do not know why they put it over the title. Okay, this one creeped me out. This was 50% off or whatever. Secret Santa, the gift that keeps on giving. Look how creepy that... Look at that. Look at that. God. Yeah, I seriously want to read this book. Then the newest one by Simon St. James, Murder Road. A novel, just so you know. Yeah. Then I got Dead 11 by Jimmy Gelino. Just, you know. So, what is this book about? What is this book about? This book is about this woman, her son dies, and he writes the name of an island that she has never heard of before. So what does she do? When she finds out where the island is located, she goes there. I think it's Cloverfield or something like that. Might be. I might have the wrong one. But anyways, nice and thick. So she goes there, and everybody is 7 shades of weird. They dress in outdated clothes, like they're obsessed with 1994, and they watch the O.J. Simpson Bronco chase every night. Well, when she disappears, her brother comes looking for her, and he may not make it out alive. So, yes, interesting. And there's a girl in there that was actually raised, and she's getting really sick and tired of the rules, and she's been to the mainland, and everybody's normal, but why is, you know. So anyways, interesting. Alright, then I have The Christmas Tree Farm by Lori Gilmore. This is a Christmas one. I'm actually going to wait till Christmas time to read this book. So I will not be reading this book till later on in the year. But this is the 3rd book if you guys want to know. Alright. Then I got My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. And this takes place during the Satanic Panic. So you guys, yeah, he chooses weird time frames to indulge in. This is actually being made into a movie, which the actors are behind there. Alright, so let's get to the Kindle. Alright, so I also got Grady Hendrix' Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. And the reason that I got it is because I could not find the, what is it, I couldn't find it as I could not find it as a physical book. There we go. I got it. I got it out. So yeah. So I got that one. These are actually the only two new ones that I bought today. But yeah, I mean, when you have um, the the author essentially shoved into your face, you're like, okay, I need to see why this author is so recommended by Amazon. But if anybody wants to know, this is how I get out of the Kindle ecosystem, the Amazon ecosystem, is I buy a Nook. This is, as I said, this is a Nook without the stuff that you get from like Lenovo, and it is actually a lot larger. I'm to the back. It is larger, not a lot larger, but it's larger than my Kindle Colorsoft. And the battery, this battery's like at 20 some percent or something like that. It will last long enough for me to hook it up to the internet and all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to do in that video. But last but not least, I had to buy this. I had to. It's a bookmark with kitties reading. Oh, I love it. I love it. I cannot get enough of bookmark. I saw this, like, I got to take this with me. I got to. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. Kitties reading books. Alright, so that is everything that I got. I want to also add that this is the charging cable. It's very different than the Lenovo, which had a brick to it. But I am actually going to see if I can use the brick on here. I'm going to see if I can do it. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to hook this up to the internet. And that way I can show you guys in the next video all the stuff that it can do. But I'm going to go ahead and upload this video before it turns to midnight. So the Nook thing will be essentially the first video that you get. And then I will do the video for my horror channel and all that type of stuff. And dang, my entire books smell like baby powder. Even my hand smells like baby powder. What the heck did they spray on my books? I'm not complaining. It smells good, but it's weird. Alright. I'll see you guys in a little bit.